Hi, this is the Business Guy with Asset Protection Planners and Lawyers Limited. Many asset protection experts agree that the strongest asset protection tool in the world is the Cook Islands Trust. The Cook Islands are located south of Hawaii. It's in the same time zone. It has the strongest asset protection case law history in the world. So it's not just theory, but each time it's been tested, it's protected our clients' assets. Local courts say, give me the money, and the trustee, which is our Cook Islands law firm, located outside the reach of the local courts, says no, not going to. Now, I'm confident that as we go through this, you'll love the Cook Islands Trust. So let me give you a little background on the company and myself so you know who's talking. Our organization, Asset Protection Planners, is part of Lawyers Limited, which is a corporation that was formed in the U.S. state of Nevada in 1906, so well over 100 years ago. Our organization is the largest asset protection company in the country and has established more Cook Islands trusts than any organization in the world. We have multiple attorneys on our full-time staff, employees nationwide, and I've personally been in the asset protection business since 1991, and I've drafted more Cook Islands trusts than any person on the planet. So if you want the best asset protection in the world from the company with the most experience, you may just have come to the right place. So feel free to call us and speak to one of our attorneys or consultants, or fill out our free consultation form on our website. Now, when we set up a Cook Islands Trust, we want to give you the remote control. So we set up an LLC, we put the LLC inside of the trust, and we make you the manager. Now, we established the LLC in the Caribbean island of Nevis. That's N-E-V-I-S, because it offers the best protection. And by the way, we've established more Nevis LLCs than anybody in the world as well. Now, you're the initial manager of the LLC, so you control the company. You're the signer on the bank account. Your account doesn't have to be in the Cook Islands, but in any financial institution that protects your money that's beyond the reach of your local courts. In fact, if you look up the 50 safest banks in the world, you'll see that 45 of the top safest banks in the world are outside the United States. So we work with some very strong, safe international banks, such as the ones I use personally. I go online, look at my account, do my stock trades, so our clients and I are very, very happy. So see how that works so far? Now, when the bad thing happens, you can temporarily give the management of the LLC to our law firm. Now, our Trustee Law Firm is licensed and bonded. Licensed means they went through intensive background checks to get a trustee license. Bonded means the funds are insured. Plus, our head attorney there has been associated with our firm for over 27 years. Better yet, if you look up the most trusted, least corrupt countries in the world, New Zealand is tied for number one. Now, guess what country the Cook Islands are a part of? Right, New Zealand. So for safety and peace of mind, the only time our law firm steps in is when the courts would take the money. So the question is, what would you rather have? A 100% chance of the courts taking your money, or our licensed bonded law firm who's never taken a client's money doing what you paid them to do, and that's protecting your money, right? Now, when the bad thing goes away, the string of control, which is the management of the Nevis LLC, goes back to you, and you're back in charge with all of your money intact. By the way, as someone who has been in the asset protection business for over 30 years and is the CEO of the largest asset protection firm, I've chosen a Cook Islands Trust for my wife and I to hold our own assets. It also has estate planning provisions built in so that when we die, the kids and then their kids inherit everything inside the trust. Now, keep in mind, the average business person is sued multiple times, as you can understand, right? So your trust not only protects you from this lawsuit, but from all lawsuits in the future, making you practically bulletproof. In the meantime, you still have access to your money, but your enemies at law do not. So the bottom line is, everything you've worked so hard for is safe and secure. Now, the best asset protection the trust provides for is liquid assets held offshore. Now, for real estate, business assets, we have a whole plan for those assets that are incorporated into the trust as well, so you can see our other videos such as asset protection for real estate for more information. On top of that, our asset protection plans are very affordable and reasonable. In fact, we're also the largest third-party supplier of Cook Islands Trust to other law firms around the country, and they'll turn around and offer our trust to their clients in the 50 to 60 grand range. So because you're going direct to the source, and we set up so many Cook Islands Trusts, we're able to set up a trust for a fraction of that amount. Now, your needs will vary based on the number of pieces of real estate you have and other things, so call us for details. Okay, let's ask a couple of questions. First of all, let's say that we're wrong and they don't take all of your assets. Honestly, is the small cost of protecting yourself going to put you in the poorhouse? Honestly. When you call us and we tailor a plan for your needs, you'll say, of course not. So obviously setting this up is not going to destroy your life. And on the upside, let's say that you and I are both right, like we both think we may be, and instead of freezing and seizing all of your assets, you set this up and you don't lose a dime. You'll be very, very thankful you did this, won't you? It's not going to make you poor, and when you protect yourself, you'll keep everything you've worked so hard for. And not only that, but you'll protect what your assets could be worth in the future. Plus, with this setup, we'll also do this to protect yourself from lawsuits down the road. Plus, it'll show you that we're the kind of people who do what we say we're going to do. On top of that, our legal department and customer service team will hold your hand every step of the way. And by the way, what we can do for you besides this protection in the way of estate planning is this setup will transfer assets to loved ones after your passing. So on top of the best asset protection in the world, by the largest asset protection company in the world that started in 1906, it also handles your estate planning, and believe me, you'll be very, very happy. And the only thing you'll regret is that you didn't do this 6 months ago. Sound fair enough? Next, ask yourself this. What's going to happen if you don't do anything at all? If you don't take action to fix a lawsuit if you're in one or likely to be in one? Given how things tend to deteriorate rapidly when somebody is suing you, if you did nothing, where would you see yourself in another year from now? Or 5 years from now? Are things going to get even more intense? More sleepless nights? More worrying? Ask yourself that question. Like this physician who called us not long ago, he formed a mobile CAT scan business with another doctor. The business didn't work out so well. The partner sued him, was confident he would win the lawsuit, but instead he lost and got this huge judgment against himself. Fortunately, he had us set up the Cook Islands Trust. He called us on the phone with tears in his eyes thanking us because he would have lost nearly everything that he worked for. Because he had his assets inside of our Cook Islands Trust, his partner couldn't touch a penny of his. And listen, in this business for 30 years, I've been around the block a few times, and I know that problems like these don't typically resolve themselves. In order for that attorney suing you to put food on his own table, he or she has to get that money out of your pocket and put it in his or her own pocket. And believe me, they will, unless you do something to prevent it. Now let me tell you a little secret about how things really work. Your attorney doesn't want to ruffle the judge's feathers, so that judge doesn't like them on the next 10 cases they have in front of that judge. So your attorney isn't likely going to jump up and down with excitement and tell you to go and protect yourself. Protecting yourself is your job. You have to take action. Okay, so you've ordered your Cook Islands Trust. What happens next? Now, so your money is safe and secure, and the banks know they're dealing with good guys, the law requires us to collect Know Your Client information. We'll get the simple list to you when you order a trust. Proof of address like an original utility bill, credit card statement or bank statement, notarized copy of your passport, bank reference letter. We send you a sample when you order and a professional reference letter or anything else the bank requires. And we'll need 3 copies of each, one for the bank, one for the trust company, and one for the company formation firm. And our customer service department can walk you through it step by step. You first upload the documents, we'll look them over, then we ask for the originals. So don't worry about that now. We'll send you that later when you decide it's for you, okay? So that's the Cook Islands Trust, how it works, how it protects you, and what you need to know. I hope you found this valuable. If you're watching this on YouTube, please help me out by clicking the like button below so YouTube promotes this video. You can also click the subscribe button and notification bell so that when more videos come out like this, you'll be up to date right away. Please call us at the number below or fill out a free consultation form on our website. Thanks for watching. This is The Business Guy.